Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 3, You Only Live Once. Last time, well, we actually flipping made it back from the pit, which is good, and that means we now have only a single bit of DLC left to complete, and that is Broken Steel itself, which doesn't sound that bad. It wasn't one of the ones I was the most worried about, except we have had the small problem that I've done one of the Broken Steel missions, and there's kind of 3 big Broken Steel missions, as well as some little stuff as well. And I took the biggest hit so far I've taken in the entire game. So, I should probably start underestimating this. I'm so damn close, I'm getting more and more nervous. Today, we're actually going to be picking up the second of the big quests. I know I suggested we might be doing some sub-questing this part. I've decided to postpone that by one part, because ideally, I need to get a big kind of experience dump out of doing the next big quest, Shock Value. And to do that, first thing I need to do is I need to go and speak to Paladin Tristan again. Typically, yes, he's hanging out in this here meeting room. But interestingly, no meetings ever happen in this meeting room. It's just here as flavour. But yeah, I don't believe there's any sort of, like, meeting that occurs here. But never mind. Anyway, hello, Paladin Tristan.
Nice work back there. Let's hope the scribes can do something useful with the information you retrieved. At the same time, we believe we may have developed a tool to help our chances of victory. But with everyone needed to help defend against the Enclave, we have no one to send on a recovery mission. So, I'm going to have you travel to the Olney Power Works to secure some tech for us. Hopefully you'll be able to find a Tesla Coil, an experimental device from before the war. Our scribes needed to complete a little surprise they've been preparing for the Enclave. Get there, get the coil, and get back as safely and quickly as possible. Any questions?
It's almost like this bloke knows I'm playing by You Only Live Once rules. Yes, indeed, I'm now basically going to go and get one of the important components in order to make the Tesla cannon. Though, you know, obviously, when it comes to it, I probably won't actually really be using the Tesla cannon. In fact, I'll be surprised if I even fire it once. But never mind, I don't want to tell him that. It'll disappoint all the scribes downstairs in the laboratory. Yeah, sure, but is there anything else you can do to help me by any chance?
Check with Scribe Valancourt. She's been researching some of the Enclave technology we've recovered. From what I understand, she may have come up with something.
Perfect, and it is indeed definitely worth checking in with her. The lab is... no, that's the courtyard. This is the lab. Yeah, let's go check in with Scribe Valancourt. I do find Valancourt an odd addition, that she was added into the game purely to be the person that kind of tells you about new technology that she's developing. Like, there were plenty of scribes already in the game, but for some reason she gets promoted and poor Scribe Rothschild just doesn't really get to do anything after the first mission, to be honest. Anyway, hello, Scribe Valancourt.
I think I've figured out a way to override the signals the Enclave is using to control their Deathclaws. Here, take this. It's only a prototype, so please don't lose it.
Okay, stepped outside, set that as my active quest. You can see there that the Olney Power Works are right there. That's Vault 92. It's just because it's the closest thing. It looks like I'm indicating Vault 92. It's not. That's Old Olney right there. And that there is the little kind of camp that I can pass by just for the optional objective. I don't think there's any benefit to doing it, but it's fun, so I'm going to. My nearest fast travel point is Temple of the Union. Is there anything a bit better, perhaps? I'll go to Temple of the Union. I am hidden, but bear in mind, Temple of the Union has spawned a random event where it's now full of giant scorpions, but I should spawn outside and they should be inside, so we should be fine. I might actually take care of these scorpions, because I really want to be getting as much experience as possible right now, which I know is a complete changeover from, you know, last time, but we'll just quickly kill those guys. Okay, we're into caution at this point. And if they decide to come out in a second... dead, back to hidden. Alright, lovely, nice. Oh, this is only worth 12. This bit of the map is pretty much entirely 100% safe. In fact, it's very, very empty. It's almost weirdly empty, in fact. You're heading into a bit of the map where there just isn't that much stuff for the most part. Though... what is that noise? Could have sworn I just heard something nearby, but never mind. Yeah, you're heading into a bit of the map where, honestly, there isn't actually that much stuff going on. So this should be a fairly nice, simple journey. So I will skip forward until I actually run into something of interest. But basically, we will be heading pretty much due north and then skirting around to the Enclave camp. Though I'll also now wait until morning, in fact, just so I've got slightly better visibility. There we are. I've just waited till morning. We're in the exact same location. There's something up ahead that's on fire. That's not the Enclave camp. I'm actually not 100% sure what that's going to be. I was thinking I might just kind of pass by that radio tower, just kind of while I'm passing by. I'm not sure there's anything there. Is that the... Ooh. Is that the Grizzly... I think that's the Grizzly Diner. If that's the Grizzly Diner, give that a wide berth. Because obviously, yeah, definitely that's going to be the Grizzly Diner because it's got the little kind of... the wall set up at the back. Right, give that a very wide berth then, because if you go inside there, that triggers a raider ambush. There's not much in there. There's like a few bits of loot, fairly generic stuff. There's one of the Keller family tapes, so if you're kind of doing the Keller family in order to get like the experimental nerve weapon, then that's there. But obviously I'm not fussed about that. Instead, we'll just skip around the outskirts of the Grizzly Diner and straight up towards this radio tower. Now, I believe this radio tower is the source of a random event triggering, but to be honest, I'm no longer really worried by random events because I've kind of had every single really bad event there is. There's not really many bad events left, and that's green on the map. And what's going on? Hello? Who's around here? Something's around here, but it's green. Oh, it's a bear! It was just a random bear. Random bear has spawned. Don't worry, friend bear. I know I said I was looking for experience, but I would never hurt you. Oh, it's a bear that was attacking a hunter. Interesting. Oh, or possibly the hunter was the... that might have well been the random event. Yeah, the bear might well have been... no, the hunter might well have been the random event, and the bear just happened to spawn there and kill them. But the hunter, armed with a hunting rifle, did not do a very good job with the hunting, so never mind. At this point, honestly, there's not that much left in this corner of the map. There's the Republic of Dave up here somewhere, which I suspect is probably that compass marker that's ahead of me there. That is... or could be that one there, actually. There might be... there's another farmstead out this way, if I recall correctly. But nothing particularly important. Instead, I think we'll start swinging downhill, as everything seems to be calm and under control. One bit of red ahead. Oh, a sentry bot. A sentry bot, that's... interesting. Yeah, robots. Robots are one of the few things that's left that's actually very, very dangerous. Robots, the problem is they move very, very quickly. Most animals, when they're like, you know, they haven't been frenzied and they're completely out of, combat, they kind of move around very, very slowly. Sentry bots, you can see there, have quite a fast movement speed, even when they're completely non-aggroed. But I do now have one advantage, which is, if we just go up to him, we'll just deactivate him. Though, interestingly, deactivating sentry bots doesn't give you any experience, which I find very, very odd, to be honest. I really do find it a little bit odd that you don't get any experience for doing that, but never mind. Also, deactivating sentry bots seems really weird in Fallout 3, because rather than actually being deactivated, they seem to be constantly trying to, like, reboot. They just don't succeed. They're just kind of stuck in a... kind of a stunned state permanently. I don't know what happens if I attack him, if I would get the experience, but I really don't want to, so I'm not going to take the risks. I'm pretty sure I can't kill him in one hit, so I'd rather not attack him at all. Said I will move straight on. Yes, sentry bots. I feel like if anything's going to end this run right now, it could be sentry bots. Could be sentry bots down the line, because we've got a lot of them to deal with yet, and they whiz around on occasion. Okay, we're coming up on the edge of the Enclave camp. This is obviously a very good opportunity. Ooh, hello. What's going on over there? Ooh, just a Robo-Brain being fought by an Enclave Eyebot. And the Robo-Brain appears to be fleeing before the Eyebot, which is weird, because the Robo-Brain... actually, a Robo-Brain is its only attack that Wibbly Brain attack, which theoretically can't do anything to a robot, because that robot's not got a head to cripple. I wonder, does the Robo-Brain even have a normal laser attack? Well, that one doesn't seem to anyway. That one seems to be in trouble. Yep, so basically we've got an Enclave camp that's just on top of this hill. But down here, nice and safe out the way. So even if you haven't got the stealth armor, you could do this pretty easily. You've got this here cage. I believe it's, yep, average locked. So we'll now just crack open this lock. There it goes. Nice 40 experience points. Get more experience for opening a single bloody average lock than you get for killing 3 rad scorpions. And the Deathclaw there, we know it's one of the Deathclaws that gets affected because it's wearing the little headgear. And now, uh-oh, just keep a distance, because I think he's straight away run into Yeah, there we are. Okay, one of the Enclave has noticed him and has started firing upon him. We just want to keep our distance. A single Deathclaw will very, very easily and quickly slaughter the Enclave who are here. So we'll just let him do that. No need to kind of get involved, really. There's only one left. I was about to say I may as well get involved, but no need to get... Oh, he just leapt over the barricade. I didn't even know he could do that. And then he's disarmed him, and they're all dead. Lovely. Enclave encampments, very nice things to loot, because they're basically a free source of plasma mines. Very often, Enclave personnel have plasma mines on them, and their little kind of weapon boxes do as well. So we've got one person over here, Enclave soldier. He's got, no, he's got microfusion cells, which is very, very useful for the metal blaster. Enclave crate gives me flamer fuel. Come on, don't make me a lie. Yes, plasma mine, perfect. Plasma mines are very, very, very good indeed. And there's loads of boxes in this one for some reason. This one's really well stocked. So another plasma mine. Good selection of ammo. That's a good few different kind of ammo types there. That's all very, very good indeed. And obviously that is Olney right there. We're very, very close by at this point. Interestingly, the game's a bit odd about this, which is, even though I have actually, you know, gone and there's the officer. Even though I have actually gone and I've retrieved this Deathclaw and I've used the Deathclaw to help me, you know, kill the entirety of the Enclave base, and the Enclave base has been wiped out. If I have a look at my quest objectives, the game is still saying that as an optional, uncompleted objective, I can use the Enclave-controlled Deathclaw to my advantage. So, apparently I have not yet done that, which is odd. Another mine there. As well as one of my favourite little things in the entirety of Fallout 3, the world's tiniest computer. The tiny, tiny Enclave Field Research Terminal. I love this thing. It's utterly tiny. Let's hack it open. And indeed, God bless America. Oh, it's a little American flag in the hashes and the dashes. That's adorable. And from this terminal, we can just find out that this operation was actually specifically here to capture Deathclaws, because, yes, weaponizing Deathclaws was actually seemingly quite a big part of what the Enclave wants to do out here in the Capital Wasteland, which is ballsy. It's definitely ballsy. You've maybe got a mine on you. You've got, no, just some laser rifles and some Enclave armor. But a pulse mine, that could be useful down the line. Anyway, I'm all done with the looting, so now we just head towards Olney, which is the big settlement directly to the northwest of that encampment. In a moment, we'll start here. Yep, there it is. A beeping. That basically means this Deathclaw is moving outside of his, like, operational range, which means in a moment, if we go, like, too far away from the camp, he'll actually die. So, the kindest thing I can probably do, and when I say kindest, I mean the thing that gets me the most XP is... Hello? Before I do anything, I'm figuring out what the hell's over there. Hello? Yeah. There is an angry Deathclaw who just did... Oh, the Brotherhood have showed up. The Outcasts. Well, they're going to get utterly murdered. Yep. Utterly, utterly murdered. And then I may as well just attack that one Deathclaw. Does he have any idea where I am? No, I don't think so. In fact, I'm not even sure he's allowed to roam in this direction. And faster. I shouldn't have done that. Also, Waffles? Oh, Waffles just died of natural causes. Well, that's really annoying. Oh no, he died here. I think he saw that Deathclaw and he leapt into action trying to protect me. And when he leapt into action, he went too far from his camp and he immediately... Oh, Waffles. I'm so sorry. You were the best Deathclaw. You died trying to protect me. Oh, that's so sad. You were the best Deathclaw. I love you. Alright, yeah. If I can catch any Deathclaws, like, on their own out here, I'll probably... Oh, hello. Just a Deathclaw doing his... Oh, he's doing his little passive animation where he's cleaning his claws. If I can find, like, one of them on their own, I probably will take them out because there's 62 XP. And as long as there's only one of them, it's not so bad. One of them I can handle. It's when there's more than one that we've got a problem. And, spoiler warning, what's about to be the sky just went bright white there. Actually, I also need to redo my hotkeys quickly. So what I've just done there is I've now put the dart gun back into my hotkeys, together with the metal blaster, and the Gauss rifle, and Vengeance itself, which is obviously very, very useful indeed. So I've discovered Old Olney for 10 experience, and now I believe I saw one Deathclaw on there. There's actually, if you go through this way and go in this direction, I believe the number of Deathclaws is not ridiculous. Like, I've got a pretty good perception on this character. I should have a pretty good visibility about what's going on around here. There's definitely an area with multiple Deathclaws. And I thought it might be this area, but it looks all quiet to me. Yeah, there's one Deathclaw. But I don't see any of its friends. So simply go by the Deathclaw. There we are. One thing into it, and now it's into its slow wandering mode. Go over to this thing, and then, yeah, at this point, not much it's going to be able to do. It's just basically going towards me. But with a dart gun in it, it, yeah, can basically do nothing but wander very, very slowly. So, catch one Deathclaw on their own, they're pretty much harmless. Multiple Deathclaws, we could have a problem here. But I think there's more than that one. I mean, I thought I remembered, like, multiple ones in this plaza, like, towards the upper area of the town. Also, I need to be careful, because there is a bit of the floor that falls through somewhere around here. And I can't remember where it bloody is. I think it's... Oh, it might be this bit. It might be this thing. If you walk on... Might be that. I'm a bit worried that it is that. I'm just going to try and jump over that, because I don't want to get... Oh, no, but it might be that, too. Balls. I don't know. I think most people approach from this angle. Yeah, I feel like that... Yeah, there we go. That's the one. That's the... It's not exactly a trap. I think it's just a mistake that if you fall down there, you get stuck in part of the Olney Underground. And I'm about to go into the Olney Underground, but I don't think I want to go into that particular bit of the Olney Underground. So I'm just going to quickly check around the town, see if I can just find any more Deathclaws on their own to pick off. But this, I remember the first time I played Fallout 3 and I came to Olney, I did fall down this trap. And, like, I never like doing, like, any form of, like, even when I'm not playing You Only Live Once, I don't really like doing, like, safe scumming or anything. So I decided, you know what? I've fallen down this hole, I'm going to fight my way out. Bloody hell, guys. Killing a couple of Deathclaws will generally give you more experience than flipping, like, you know, doing pretty much anything. Like, multiple quests will give you less experience than killing 2 Deathclaws if it's 60 apiece. And then just a couple of shots, he'll go down. Metal Blaster is ridiculous, it's glorious. It's not as good as Vengeance in terms of DPS, but the ammo is much more common. And as it's kind of more of a high damage weapon, it's kind of much easier to use. That's one right there, isn't it? Did we just get you? Yep, sneak attack critical, lovely. And you are further away, so we'll just take a couple of pot shots at you. No, not that. Gauss rifle, please. And... there you are. And we'll just danger. And he does... Apparently he doesn't know where I am. Guy, I'm blatantly this direct. Where are you going? Where's he going? If I'm in danger, he should be hunting me. I'll just keep a really close eye on the compass to make sure I'm not also in danger from something else. That would be the worst thing. I feel like I'm being led into a trap. Is he actually coming? I mean, caution. Where's he? Oh, there he is. Hello. There you go. Nice and dead and back to hidden. Beautiful. The problem is when there's more than one. Because if I put a dart into one and cripple him, but by doing that I alert 2 others who don't have darts in them to my position, we've got a problem. And that is what the problem with shock value actually is. Our actual destination, though, is right by where we enter, because we enter through that door here, and where we're actually going is down here. Now, I'm going to strongly suggest before you actually do go down here, aside from any looting that you might want to do, you're about to go into what I believe is one of the darkest areas in the entirety of Fallout 3. I strongly suggest putting your brightness up. If you're thinking this game looks a bit brighter than you remember, it's because I've got my brightness, I think, at 1 below absolute max to give myself a better chance of seeing what's going on. And that's really, really, really important. Because this area is really hard to navigate. It's genuinely very, very dark. Alright. Down here. And we are, yeah, not a bad starting point. This area is, yeah, you see, now, complete optional use Enclave control Deathclaws to my advantage. I already did. And then he died, like a big goddamn hero. This area is full of Deathclaws. More than 1, too. The direction you actually want to go is right. Over here, this is entirely optional. There's a whole bunch of stuff through here. I will go this way just to show you the important bits, while being very, very careful indeed. And also, closing up doors behind you. Deathclaws, basically, I think actually even if they're aggro, they can't open or close these sorts of doors. I think that's a thing. So really what you want to do is just be very, very careful. You're down there in that room. I'd quite like to close this door if I could. This Deathclaw often gets stuck in walls. In this room, there's nothing but, like, a few, like, a safe. I think there's, like, 4 safes at the end. But they're normal safes. None of them have any, like, special loot in whatsoever. So you don't really need or want them for anything. Go through here, and you'll make your way to a big tunnel with a blown-through hole. There's a couple of corpses. You know, just some... you know, bobby pins, caps, etc. Nothing particularly interesting. The medic power armor manual and the prototype medic power armor is probably like one of the more interesting things. That's right there. But I don't obviously want to be using that. I'm happier being invisible than having the medic power armor. And I don't really like my armor trying to tell me how to play the game. Thank you very much. Go through this tunnel. There's nothing here. You kind of think this would be where the Deathclaws come from, but no, it's not. Instead, right at the end here, there's just a duck and cover by this here skeleton. So that's explosives, isn't it? Yes, explosives increased by 1. Lovely. So yes, my completely useless explosive skill, because honestly, I think explosives is, aside from like making mines more powerful, just doesn't really do enough in Fallout 3. Fallout 4 came up with such a better system for making mines and grenades work by allowing them to be on an extra hotkey. That just works so much better. Anyway, the rest of this whole area, avoid everything and head back where you came. So there's a little bit of loot, but it's basically all optional and not worth taking on Deathclaws for. There are Deathclaws patrolling through this area. There's also a very hard locked door. I believe if you go straight on here, yeah, there's a very hard locked... actually, no, it's not straight here. This Deathclaw... well, the one good thing is, the Deathclaws, for the most part, if they haven't been disturbed and they haven't detected any issue, will stand still. At least at first. So we've got right up here, we've got... where are you? Can't see anything up that way. I might just pick off a couple of Deathclaws as I've got them on their own, actually. Just continuing my quest for more experience. I know I'm playing a... well, it's not a dangerous game if the Deathclaws are indeed completely on their own and you're 100% sure that they're on their own. And in this case, I can be sure that they're actually on their own. So we're just going to close these here doors. We'll close this here door. And then through here, locked in this room at the end, there's a single Deathclaw. So if I just open the door and then back away from it, if I can just get a... yeah, fine. If I can just get a thing in you, fine. Caution. And then over here. And then he's already crippled, fine. 62 experience. Actually, now I can show you this room, which is nice. I like being able to show everything, even if I'm not necessarily doing everything. Basically, there's a nuclear quantum in here. There's a whole bunch of just kind of like lockers and whatever. And you can see there's multiple safes at the end. But every single one of them... oh, and there is a fat man. There is a fat man here. But honestly, like, you've probably already got a fat man at this point. Though I will actually do the safes just for the experience. Yep, got nothing but bottle caps, pre-war money, like 1 scotch and 1 mentats are also available there. Pretty much entirely worthless, but I will take it because 120 XP is more than some bloody quests in this game will give you. Meanwhile, in a side room off that corridor, there's a... a workbench. Oh, thank goodness. I was about to say, a workbench that doesn't have a bottle cap mine. No, there was a bottle cap mine right up top. Beautiful. So instead, we can just head back out this way, and now we're going back to that starting hallway. Just slowly earning more and more XP as we go along, which I'm going to be wanting. Though I believe this quest gives like 1,200 experience, but I need like 2,000 or something in order to, yeah, get to the next. Now, no, there's no one else here. So you're going to go down. I mean, this is sensible, if only just to make sure that we don't get, like, you know, stuck behind anything. So we've got you. You'd love to catch up with me. Uh-oh. We're still in caution. This is why this was a mistake. We're still in caution because we fired a gun. We may have upset the other Deathclaws at this point, and that means if they were sitting nicely in seated positions, they're not anymore. Okay, good. Back to hidden. Okay, I'm not going to do that again. That's too dangerous. If it's going to upset the other Deathclaws because they're too close to the source of the firing. 1 Deathclaw over here, actually. Is there a Deathclaw up? Okay, yeah, there's definitely 2 Deathclaws in this area. I just saw a single bit of red there. There's 2 Deathclaws, it's too dangerous. Through that door, straight ahead, I believe there is a very hard locked door that is not bloody worth it. Well, I don't actually know what's behind it. I've no clue, so I'm just going to leave it. Instead, we're going to head up here. And we're going to go past this Deathclaw. He's gone into a seated position. Perfect. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Go, 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 go. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Okay, he's gone that way. Okay. That is ultimately where we do want to go. We want to be going up that ladder. That's our kind of next big destination. I can't remember what's in here. Oh, yes. There's one Deathclaw on their own through here, and one Protectron that you can activate to fight him. I believe this is like a back entrance. This might actually be like one of the alternative entrances if you were to... Actually, this might theoretically be an easier entrance. Because I think that is the entrance that leads to that fallen down drain that I saw. I don't know if I want to take on this guy. No, I don't want to risk it in case I accidentally upset this guy. I'm just going to leave it. Instead, we're just going to head straight up to the next area, where we hit another bit of the game forcing characters to speak to you, even though there's no way they could know you were there. Anyway, open ladder to Old Olney Underground.
What the?
And run straight into some ghouls. And who exactly are you, and why are you here? Though, actually, you know what? I'm just going to paraphrase for to go on a little bit. Basically, they came here to try and build a new ghoul city, kind of like Underworld, which they thought would be safe. But unfortunately, they accidentally burrowed into a Deathclaw nest, which is why there are Deathclaws all over the bloody shop.
Me and Kid, we're getting out of here. Figure the way you came's gotta be pretty clear if you're still alive.
Sadly, you can't say to him, actually, I just came here through magic invisibility armor, and oh dear. Yeah, they now immediately go and die, because they do indeed run into the Deathclaws that I didn't kill, because I just snuck past them. But never mind. I feel sorry for those guys, but it's almost odd there's no line of dialogue that you can actually say, actually, you know what? Maybe don't. Maybe there's Deathclaws everywhere still. Instead, we go into their big, kind of one of the areas that they were working in. This area is totally safe, by the way. You can do a tiny bit of looting here. Until we get up to the next kind of big area of Deathclaws, we're now 100% safe. Before we get there, desk fan, precious desk fan, so many screws. Before we get there, we'll pass a few of their dead comrades with kind of some notes on their body, which will give us a little bit more lore. There's one up on the pool table right there. So don't need to worry about, Deathclaws just yet. In fact, the next Deathclaw I believe we run into has, actually... He's a bit of a jump scare. One of this game's very, very rare jump scares. There's Connolly, just a wasteland outfit, and I believe there's another two this way, aren't there? Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where the next Deathclaw is. Maybe there is one Deathclaw before the next jump scare. I'm trying to remember, and I'm not 100% sure. No, okay, there's two more here, and I believe one of these two has a note on them. Dunbar's note. Here we are. Good old Dunbar. And as I said, if you're reading this, it's because you might be able to help. We're thinking of branching out. Underworld was a good start. We found an even safer place for us to set up a new place to call home. Old Olney. No one ever goes there. No one would ever think to look for us there. There's tons of space under the town. So we're looking for a few strong backs to help knock down some walls, clear some space underground, and help get things up and running. And unfortunately, yes, it did not go well for them because, as Wint told us, nest of Deathclaws happened to unfortunately get burrowed into. Now, going through here, we now cut through, I believe this is 100% safe, this little tunnel. But if we go through this tunnel into the next tunnel, we're going to get a jump scare. If we just go through here, in a sec. There we go. Not much of a jump scare, mind, but a little bit of one, just supposed to indicate there is a Deathclaw. He just tore up some skeletons or something. He's also a massive jerk, because this one Deathclaw, he refuses to move under any circumstances, and it's basically impossible to work around him, so he's got to be killed. So he gets a dart put into him, and he'll come down here. But you've got to be really careful, because he's going to come down faster than you think he ought to, because when characters are coming down slopes, they move very fast. Because basically characters in Fallout seem to have their movement determined by horizontal space. Ooh, tougher than I was expecting, blimey. So basically, if they're allowed to kind of move a certain amount of space horizontally in a certain amount of time, which means if they're going down a slope, the vertical space they just cover for free. So normally when you'd expect someone to be going downstairs, you'd expect them to do it like slower, but no, they actually kind of accelerate downstairs. So I'm probably explaining that incredibly badly, but you know what I mean. Basically, they get to go down slopes faster than you'd expect them to. Just opening fire on him, by the way, is an utterly terrible idea, because there's nothing to stop him doing his leap attack. Again, leap attacks are also calculated based on horizontal distance. So if you're standing there, and he's standing up there, and he does his leap attack, he can do his leap attack straight away down this entire slope and just slice your head off. And that happened the very first time I played this game. It was It was not fun. Ah, one more. Sanders, you might have been the person who actually put out the note. You might have been the S of the note. Now, we've got to work our way around. The thing is, this area has deliberately put Deathclaws in areas where it's very difficult to work around them. You've basically just got to accept that you're going to have to blast your way through them, which is where the dart gun coming back into play is incredibly useful. And for now, there's only one at a time, which makes this manageable. Later, not so much. Anyway, I think, as we go through it, yeah, there's another one that basically is just, that one's basically just stands there, and he blocks the bloody doorway. Now, I just need to figure out what my escape route is for this guy. Yeah, okay, so one in the back right now. And then, I think I just missed him. Well bloody done. Now, one in the back right now. Go over to shotgun. And in a second, there we go. And we'll cripple a few of his limbs. And he's dead. Lovely. Alright, back into hidden. Good. 62 more experience. I like how much experience I'm gaining by killing these Deathclaws. In fact, I think if you killed every single Deathclaw in this area, you'd probably get more experience than you actually get for completing the quest, even though the quest hands over a ludicrous over 1,000 XP already, which is typewriters, precious type. Fallout 4 has addled my brain when it comes to playing Fallout. Now, we need to make our way down here. Be really, really, really bloody careful, because the game is even more of a jerk, and there are traps. Specifically, you see that baby carriage there, that's one of the baby carriage traps, where kind of a bomb, or I think it's a grenade inside the carriage, triggers. The reason that's really, really, really bloody jerkish is because it's one of the only traps that light step doesn't affect. Because, yeah, light step may kind of mean you don't trick tripwires or mines, but you still trip those bloody baby carriages. Now, can I trigger this from afar? Yes, I can. Good. Excellent. Yeah, I never actually tested that before, but yeah, apparently if you just straight up shoot one of those baby carriages, it works just fine. So we get to bypass that and move straight on. Basically, just take the sensible routes down under all circumstances. Don't take risks dropping. To die from full damage at this point would be a pain. Now, what's down here? I think we're pretty safe for the moment, at least. But we're about to get into the very worst bit. The most dangerous bit of all. In terms of the Deathclaws, anyway, because like there's multiple stages to this level. Stage 1 is Deathclaws. And we're about to get into basically like the peak Deathclaw before we get into the next area, which is arguably not so bad. Through here. Appallingly rubbish barricades. Barricades that are absolutely bloody rubbish. Right, jump through. Actually, I'm just going to quickly check this here cupboard in case there's anything good. Just some .32 ammo, but you'll see more bloody tricks and traps, and that baby carriage may or may not be a trap, I'm not sure. Yeah, some mines. Ah, some mines underneath those bloody explosive things there. Bloody irritating. Gotta be careful of them, because I may not be able to trigger them, but sometimes if physics objects hit them, they do trigger. So you've got to be a little bit careful. It's worth disarming them. And you can see straight ahead of me, we have now got ourselves a Deathclaw. Except I believe this may be the first room where it's not... Is it just one? I thought there were two in here. There's one over there. And I swear I just saw one over... Yes. There's now two. There's now multiple Deathclaws in this area. This area is really fascinating, by the way, because it deliberately gives you like all the stuff you need to do loads of crafting. So like you can see there, a cherry bomb and a lunchbox is like half the ingredients that you kind of need in order. And there's another cherry bomb actually. Yeah, another cherry bomb. That's like half the ingredients. And there's a sensor module. So sensor module and lunchbox and cherry bomb is... What else do you need to create a bottle cap mine? It's... Oh, bottle caps. Yes. So yeah, mysteriously this game is kind of just lying in this area. There's repeatedly all the stuff you need to make all the custom weapons. And I don't know quite why that is, to be honest. Yeah, it's just kind of a bit odd and mysterious that the game just deliberately leaves you all the stuff that you need. Okay, there's a Deathclaw up there. The thing is it safer to try and put down... No, it's safer to just not get spotted at all. There's an average lock down here that leads downstairs to even more of that sort of thing. Okay, so head down here. And I believe down here you can find... Is this just a barricade or is this an actual useful place? I'm trying to remember what this area down here is for. No, is this just... Oh, this is just a new quantum. This is just a new quantum together with a first aid box. There's nothing that useful down here, actually. Sorry, I'm thinking of somewhere else. The most useful one is there is in here somewhere an area that basically gives you... Also, where are the Deathclaws? They're all... Okay. Right now, they're sort of clustered together, which works for me. They're both in that direction. Okay, keep moving, because they move pretty fast. And I believe there's a third one. Okay, hang on. I just need to not get cornered. You stay there. Go back. Yeah, you go back this way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to watch him through here. Because I want... That thing, I need to go through that tunnel he's just walked into. I need to go into. So I need him to be in a position where I can actually definitely squeeze past him. Because, of course, we've got a problem with Deathclaws, which is they're big. And in Fallout 3, objects, the hitboxes around them, sometimes it's really hard to figure out how big the hitbox is. Okay, he's not going this way yet. Fine. I'll just crack open this safe in the meantime. This, however, is pretty good. Ah, here we are. This might actually be the one. So there's a toy car here. Oh, yeah, there's a leaf blower up there. Another bloody... Oh, there's a bottle cap mine itself. Beautiful. So there's a toy car. One of them, there is like a toy car and a paint gun. I think it actually might be... Oh, bloody hell, you've come up this way. That's not helpful. Are you the third one? Or are you this... Wait, hang on. Where's the other two? Were you the third one or are you the other one? Oh, no, okay, sorry. There's two over there. You are the third one. Fine. I need him to go past this door. If he goes past this door... Ah, come on. I need him to go properly past the door. Or... The question is, how far does he... I'll keep an eye on him. His movement is a bit randomized. I'm just going to keep an eye on him. Does he ever go into this space right here? If he doesn't, that might have to be where he goes, because... I think he might not. Hang on. Keep an eye on him, keep an eye on him. Oh, whoa. No. Close the gate, close the gate. I just almost had... Oh, no. No. Darn it. Close the gate again. He can open this gate. What? Okay. Okay. Get to this corner. Get to this corner. Go that way, you... My heart jumped when he... Oh, flipped. Okay, there's another one in there, but he's the fourth one, and he goes backwards and forwards in this area. I don't want to get trapped in this tunnel, obviously, because if I'm surrounded by two Deathclaws, that's it. It's game over, but... He's going to the left. I'll go to the... No. He's not going to the left. He's going... Yes, he is going to the left. Go. Tails are the bit that's really scary about Deathclaws. Because you don't know... Oh, flip. No. You just don't know where the hitboxes on their tails are. Where are you now? Is this a safe point? Go. Okay. Okay, we're through. That's safe. Because this up ahead is a load zone leading into the next area. We're past the down... Can't believe he opened the... I didn't know he could do that. I had no idea they could open that bloody gate. I thought unless they were aggro, Deathclaws would never even try to open doors. And I didn't know they could open doors at all. Okay, blimey. Okay, into the next. So straight away you'll hear the noise of a vertibird up ahead. And indeed we'll get to see that vertibird in a second. That's just whiskey. Actually, if you go over to the left, you can catch sight of the vertibird's engine before everything. If you're standing about like here. Yeah, you can catch sight of its engine. There is nothing to stop you shooting it, and if you put enough firepower into it, it will die. But that doesn't actually give you, I don't think it gives you any advantage, because the enemy who are in this area have already spawned in this area, and will spawn regardless as to whether that's been destroyed or not. So really, all you're doing is risking giving away your position. So you can, you can see over there, the Enclave are already present. So we've got Enclave in this area now. Basically, obviously, they've got guns, and I'm not underestimating them again. All I need to do is get past them as quickly and efficiently as possible. We want to go up to, I believe it's that door up there on the next floor up. So we'll just, no. Okay, yep, there we go, over here. And then I believe I can climb up this here billboard. There's none that way. These guys have relatively limited roaming ranges. They don't really move around much, which works to my advantage to get up to the door, but works very much against me to actually get through the door, because there's going to be two of them up at the end here. Oh, you've got a heavy incinerator. That means, yep, you are indeed a Hellfire trooper. This is a little bit annoying. So what we've got here is, yeah, we've got one normal trooper wearing Tesla armor. and 1 Hellfire Troop. And you can see the difference that armor makes. It's a real step up from the traditional Enclave armor. Those guys are tough. And they are both just now patrolling in a very, very narrow area. Back off a little bit, just in case. Okay, so he can patrol up to there. Got to be a little bit careful. I've got to make my way into and through that door. Despite the fact that both of them are now going to patrol around this area pretty much constantly. I just need to find my opening. If you go this way, in theory, okay, hang on. If he goes through that door, does he ever go into the corner? He does go into the corner. So just going into the corner and waiting for him to go in is not necessarily a good idea. But like, the game is not designed to give you an opening. The game is this movement is just like random shuffling backwards and forwards. I just need to find right time. Like, where's the limit of where you can go? He can walk up to about like there, and then he can actually walk into the exit, and then but he doesn't always. And then that guy, the Hellfire Troop, I don't think he ever does that. I don't know if it would be worth me jumping on top of that concrete block and then just trying to leapfrog that guy when he comes this way, because his movement looks fairly predictable. There's one guy okay, don't worry about him, don't worry about him, don't worry about him. Go over here. Go over here, go over here. I'm safe behind here. I just wait for... Okay. He's decided on this occasion to actually go through the door. I'm going to wait for him to come back. And then I'm going to... Okay, yes, I can jump from it. Sometimes you get stuck on... I'm just checking I wasn't stuck. He's going to go that way. Go, 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 go. Don't. Go, 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 go. And close the door. And they don't care about the door being closed. Beautiful. Okay. Actually, that's the Enclave bypassed right there. I believe that's the entirety. Yeah, that is in fact the entirety of the Enclave. We now go into the power plant itself. Okay. Find the ruins of the Olney power works. And we have made it, I think... Well, we're not past all the enemies. But we're past the worst of it by a long way. That's just a cupboard through here. Got to be a little careful in here. There's a lot of robots in this area. But I should be able to bypass most of them. Because you see, at this point, we've got a choice. We've got this area through here, which is full of lovely black smoke. Well, we've got a couple of sentry bots floating around. Obviously, we don't really want to be picking a fight with those guys. Though, actually, I'm not sure if you sneak behind a sentry bot while cloaked and deactivate, whether the other sentry bot would know anything was up or not, I'm honestly not sure. But instead, if we go through here and close this door, and this is why it's really important that science is 100, or you can get science to 100, we've got a very hard terminal. So, with that door closed, I now switch over to an alternative armor. Specifically, Lesko's lab coat. Very hard terminals are, ironically, sometimes by far the easiest, because you can kind of spot patterns very, very obviously. So in this case, conversation, I'll go for first, 1 out of 12. So now I know that everything that ending in shun cannot be this correct one. So I know immediately, can't be organisation, and it can't be civilization, and it can't be conspirators, because they share the con prefix, so I know straight away that loads of them I can rule out. So instead I'm going to go for recuperating. So it doesn't end in ing either. So now I can rule out everything ending in ing, and everything ending in shun, and everything beginning with con or re. It's also relatively easy to spot the matching pairs because there's less space for them, because the longer words fill up more space. So, and I've refilled my allowance. Now with my allowance refilled, I honestly think there's probably not more than, there's probably not more than bloody 4 that meet the criteria that I've just said. No con, no re, no shun, no ing. So let's try transmitters. That was 2. Try quarterstaff, 1, indefinitely. There we are. Got it. So got that first time pretty easily. Probably easier than a very easy or easy terminal would have been. So just disengage the lock, fine, and put the armor back on so I go back into stealth. Though I think at this point I mostly am safe and won't be needing the stealth armor. But I've had my utter terror for the day on account of the fact that I've had that bloody Deathclaw open a gate while I was actually in there. And welcome to arguably probably the prettiest single effect in the entirety of Fallout 3. The Tesla Coil and the lovely whizzy electricity that it produces. Beautiful. Now people have said to me in the comments, John, how are you going to do this because you take damage when you collect it? No, there are ways to avoid damage. I think people have just never actually stumbled across the different ways that you can avoid damage for this thing. Also, it's very pretty if you put a cloaked weapon in front of it. Ooh, look at that. That's a lovely effect, just kind of wibbling through. It's a beautiful effect anyway, and then put through an invisible shotgun. Oh, it's even lovelier. Very, very nice indeed. Metal Blaster, you've become my new best friend. I do like you. Now, if I recall correctly, the way that I need to go here is over in this direction. There should be a door. And this, when I was talking about this being one of the darkest areas in all of Fallout 3, this is with the lightness set to max, that door. It's very easy to miss just because it's too bloody dark to see. Emergency exit here. We don't want to be using that, obviously. Instead, we want to be heading around that way. That is obviously the Skyrim exit that we'll be using later. And if we just head through here, I think this might be a gas-filled corridor, so be careful. Do not fire under any circumstances. And through here, we have got ourselves, as well as some very cool little assets, including some unique assets. I don't think I've seen this thing anywhere else. Oh, a pulse mine. Nice pulse mine. Also, the only other place in the game, I believe, other than the crash site itself, and actually, no, sorry, I'm lying. Not just the crash site itself. There's also, on the crawler, at the very end of Broken Steel, there's more alien stuff. But yeah, one of only 3 places in the game you can get alien power cells, because the scientists who worked here apparently had encountered aliens in the past, which is very, very cool. Anyway, this over here, a remote access research terminal, locked only hard, so even easier to access. Let's just crack this quickly. By pure luck, I've got containing, so it'll either going to be something ending with like con-ing or containers is right there. That's a very good bet. Yes, indeed, containers. Beautiful. Trigger the machine failsafe. Beautiful. Powering down. And that does, yeah, no penalty. No penalty. Straight away, open this door, and through here, this whole area as well, it's crackling a little bit, and while it's a little bit hot, is entirely safe to walk through. And you can see here, though that there is, again, some crackling either side of you, just ignore it, and grab the Tesla Coil. And we have got ourselves a Tesla Coil. No penalty, no anything. Like, I think you can destroy some of these things with, like, grenades or whatever in order to, like, reduce the shock you take. Or there's, like, a few other ways you can do it. But, like, if you're at Science 75, and by this point in the game I would almost be amazed if you weren't, then that is how you should do it. You should do a remote access terminal and then just turn it off, and then you can just grab it at no risk whatsoever. Nice and easy. And give me the mentats. I will almost certainly never use them, but I'd like to have them anyway. Thank you very much. Though before I go up that, I'm just going to very quickly check if there's any more like locks or like easy containers I can unlock just for the sake of getting a tiny bit more experience while I'm here. And indeed, good. Like a security terminal hard right here. Perfect. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. I should also point out, by the way, that no one ever really asked the question as to what this thing was powering in the first place, because it had clearly been running for hundreds of years since the war, and it was producing electricity that was going somewhere. So what was it powering? I mean, you see, like, you know, lights lit up all over the capital wasteland. Are they drawing power from the grid that just quietly stayed running by this thing? Have I just condemned the entire capital wasteland to lose what little light and refrigeration it had? I possibly have done way more harm than good there. Well, no more terminals or locked doors that I could see off the top of my head, so we may as well head out of the emergency exit, I believe. And back out into the wasteland, and are there going to be... Ooh, there's a Deathclaw over there. Is he all on his own? I think he's all on his own. Alright, Deathclaw, if you're all on your own, I think we all know how this goes by now. As quickly, there we go. One Deathclaw. And he's dead. Danger. I'm in so much danger right now. Yep, uh-oh. I may be in slightly more danger than I was anticipating. Okay, good. If I'd have missed with that dart, that could have been bad. That could have been very bad, in fact. But the Metal Blaster is a thing of utter sexy beauty. And she has saved us once again. In fact, we might have actually just bloody cleared out every single Deathclaw in the area around Old Olney, which is beautiful. So there we are, out of this here tunnel, out of the Skyrim exit that obviously was locked from the inside previously. You can't just kind of go in there. Why do we never just go in the Skyrim exit? I would just love it. If one of these days in a Bethesda game, someone just said, you know how when we go somewhere, there's always a secret back way that makes it really easy to get out again without retracing our steps? How about we just dedicate someone to finding those? That's their only job. When we want to go somewhere, we just spend a day checking if there's a Skyrim exit first. And if there is, we'll just go through that instead. Anyway, back to Paladin Tristan.
You found a Tesla Coil?
I have indeed.
Excellent. You've done good work, soldier. Are you ready for your next assignment? We don't have time to spare.
That's a shame, because I was actually planning to do something else. I need a break. Olney was tougher than I thought. It was really stressful. A Deathclaw bloody came through a gate, and I didn't think they could do that.
All right, get yourself ready and report back to me. I'll be waiting.
Unless... Oh, do I not get the experience? Yeah, I don't actually get the experience from shock value until I actually tell him I'm ready to go again. Alright, fine, we'll begin the final quest, even though we're not actually planning to do it yet.
I hope you're ready for your next assignment.
Sure, why not?
Based on the data you brought us from the relay station, we've identified where the Enclave is basing their operation. It seems they have a second base of operations at Adams Air Force Base outside of D.C. The only safe way to get there is through the presidential metro used by the government before the war. You're going to be on your own again for now. The rest of the Brotherhood will be providing a distraction so you can slip in undetected. Once you breach the presidential metro and get to Adams Air Force Base, look for the resupply crate. Inside, you'll find your new orders, and hopefully we can put a working Tesla cannon into your hands.
And there we... Oh, 1,400. I thought it was only 1,200. Oh, you bastards. How many XP am I bloody short of the next level? 82 experience short of the next level. 80 bloody 2. Obviously, Who Dares Wins has now become available, and the game has contrived a reason why, despite the fact that I'm going after, you know, the key important base of the Enclave, I'm doing it on my own, and the Brotherhood won't be assisting in the slightest because they'll just be providing a distraction to help me sneak in or something. Though equally, in all fairness, it would make more sense if they just said, you know what, you're pretty good at sneaking in and doing one-man stealth assassination-y sabotage operations. This is what you're good at because you seem to have the magic invisibility armor, so we're going to tell you to do that instead. It's like, yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. Actually, hang on. I bet I've got a load of flipping dog tags I've never handed over. Scribe Jameson, are you the person I hand over them to? Actually, it seems they don't have any tags on me. I thought that might be an easy way for me to boost my XP, but it would seem I don't actually have on me. Though I guess actually I wouldn't have much reason to. Generally, when there's been fire where Brotherhood have died, I've just been wanting to get out of there as quickly as possible. So it makes sense that I actually wouldn't, in fact. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, next time we've actually got a couple of sub-quests that I do want to do before we crack into Who Dares Wins, because I have realised there is one more perk I need, a very important perk, in fact, that could be... Well, it's not like the difference between life and death, but it will certainly make my life a lot easier, and it will be a good insurance policy in case anything else goes a little bit wrong. So yes, a couple of interesting subquests, including, of course, Trouble at the Home Front, which I honestly thought I'd completely missed, which I think it's a real shame, because I think that's a really, really fun, interesting quest, and I'm glad we actually get to do that one. And then one other quest needs to be completed with a very important reward as well that might just, hopefully, tip the balance in my favour when we head to Adams Air Force Base. So that's next week, ladies and gentlemen, but in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. This has been Fallout 3, you only live once. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You should have got up faster. Well, as long as Anne's alright. I like Anne. She's my favourite character who hasn't said or done anything so far this game. I know this is slow, but I'm not wasting my weapon on you. You're not flipping worth it. I should not do too much more ramming. Oh, who am I kidding? I'll ram anything I see.